Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. The internet is working once again. I hope that it stays working. Milkjug wants to make sure the screen shake is off. Screen shake is off. We're gonna play a run on Monster Train. Start a new run. Don't worry about the fake run that I did there. We unlocked a new clan on the last run. Let's check it out. The Stygian Guard. Draft the support of the ancient guard of the Stygians. See mystical sirens and ancient totems work together to eradicate the winged from hell. I got no idea what they do. Let's random a support clan because I have no idea what they do. And Covenant rank 3 major battles now have additional enemies. Ooh, sure. Ah, that thing is adorable, says GT Quark. Kinda looks like a Murloc holding a candy cane toothpick or candy cane Q-tip. So we get 2 pairs of uncommon cards from randomly from both of our clans, and then 1 uncommon card. So we get Titan's Tooth, offering deal 5 damage to enemy units and apply Frostbite 10, 3 energy. Offering, if discarded before the end of your turn, it will instead be played. So we can pay 3 for it, or if we have a card that discards it, we can play it for free. I did get a glimpse at another card when I was looking at making sure the audio balance was correct and stuff. I just launched a quick run. It was a card that had like, draw 1, discard 1. So I see that working with cards like this. If you can fill your deck with offering and draw 1, discard 1, or discard enablers, then you can discard these cards and get free damage. Now, Frostbite. Unit takes 1 damage per stack at the end of turn, decreases every turn. That sounds like poison. I don't know why they don't call it poison, but it's poison. Understood. Hey, thank you, He the Beast. Use these 10 bits to buy yourself better internet. It didn't display properly, though, because the OBS browser windows are probably dead. You know what? If that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be. I hate to see it though. Frenzied Swarm. Apply daze 1 to enemy units, discard your hand. So right there's a bit of a synergy. We can discard Titan's Tooth by playing this card, which also dazes enemy units, and yeah, that could work quite well. And we also have Hidden Passage, which means we are Red Clan, and Hidden Passage is honestly a pretty freaking good card. Stream is lagging for me, says Spaceman. Unfortunately, that's you, not me, which I'm happy about, although I am sorry for you. Okay, you know, this is good. This is good. Monster Train appears to be on sale on Steam, $5 off. Well, if you like Monster Train, you should definitely check it out. Your pyre starts with armor 15. At the end of the turn, apply Frozen to a random card in your hand. Yes, please. This seems great. So we discard all but 1 card. Now, that card might not be good, but it might be good. I can't see this backfiring at all, really. So we'll upgrade our champion. Handheld Totem or Chillin. Tethys Titan's Bane. Sweep, Strike. Apply Spell Weakness 1 to the attacked enemy. Strike triggers when attacking. Spell Weakness. The next time the unit is hit by a damage spell, it takes that much damage again for each stack of Spell Weakness. The next time the unit is hit by a damage spell, it takes that much damage again. So double damage. So it's like multi-strike, but for spells, I think. Chillin, Strike, apply Frostbite 10 to the attacked unit. So AoE spell damage, because it's a sweep, or single target Frostbite. The Frostbite feels better because we do have Frostbite cards, so I think we're gonna go Chillin for the Frostbite to a single unit. And we'll go. I'm interested to see how these cards work out for us. We have lost, instead of starting with 5 Frozen Lances and 5 Torches, we start with 3 of each plus the 2 cards that we added in. And then I guess we just get 1 bonus card, which is the Frenzied Swarm. And we also have Deadweight, because that is our, like, Ascension level 2 curse, essentially. Okay. The Gathered Clergy. Angry hordes are swarming your train. Thin their numbers before they reach your pyre. I will absolutely have enemy units appear on every floor. These guys they're not that bad. They do 5-1 on the first turn. And we would like to, if possible, either play Titan's Tooth to kill them all, or just stack up on the middle floor and then they won't do as much damage. So I think we're gonna stack up here. And we did get Titan's Tooth, so we can kill all of these second floor units, and that means our hero should live, because this does 5 damage and Frostbite 10. So I'm just going to play it. I could have also discarded my hand, but I'd rather possibly save a card thanks to Frozen. Oh, and you know what? Frozen... I don't mind that. Frozen will keep the card forever until I play it. This is very interesting. In theory, your hand could get filled with garbage, but I also really like it. We got another Titan's Tooth, and I have to say, I think we just play it. We're not really seeing the effects of Frostbite in action, because all the enemies are dying every turn, but I'll take it. Silent deck? I don't know if it's a silent deck, but I am liking it right now. One of these units is gonna live. That's fine. We could daze them all, but I think we hold on to this card. We torch them. We torch them. We could Frozen Lance or Train Steward. A Train Steward will live if I play him. We'll play him. You know, I guess we had to play the Train Steward, because if I killed a unit with a Frozen Lance, my unit would have died. So we accidentally did it in the correct order. Also, good. Let's pay attention to Frozen Lance here. You don't target it, it just hits the front enemy unit. I didn't even pay attention to the card. So let's make sure that we're killing the front enemy units whenever possible. Kill him. Kill him. We'll play another Train Steward at end turn. And we have 4 Frozen cards in hand. That's pretty good. So the enemy is dying and I'm dying. Frostbite. Unit takes 1 damage per stack at the end of turn. So I guess he's killing us, but the Frostbite's killing him, the poison. So instead of playing Titan's Tooth, I think we should probably just discard it. I'm kind of curious if the Frozen will still apply to my my other cards. You know what? We should play 2 cards and then discard. So give me Frozen. Give me Frozen. Let's play this and let's see if Frozen still applies to the Hidden Passage. He's dazed for a turn. He's taking 10 damage every turn thanks to Frostbite. He's getting more Frostbite every turn. We're only losing 1 unit. Frozen is still applied to Hidden Passage, so it'll come back around again, which is nice. And let's make sure we're on slow game speed so we can check out the application of Frostbite here. So that he took 20 damage and lost his daze. He took 29 at the end of his turn. Okay. I like it. I like it. So that was pretty easy. We lost 9 Pyre health, but you expect that when you make the enemy spawn on turn 1, because they go from 5-1 to 3-1 when they raise up. Crypt Builder, offering deal 60 damage to the front enemy unit and push it to the back. Or apply spell weakness. We're not using spell weakness, we're using like damage spells and frostbite. I kind of like Crypt Builder. And I'll be honest with you, if we can hold it in hand with Frozen, then we can just discard it whenever we want. I think we go offering discard synergies with Frostbite if we can. And this is a pretty good damage card. It's high damage that pushes an enemy to the back. That might be important. Although, Helical Crystallis is also 25 damage twice, which is 50 damage. It's pretty good. Let's go offering. Let's add a couple of cards early. We have 2 hidden passages, we don't need any more. I don't think we need Fortify, I don't think we need Welder Helper. I think we skip this. I hate not adding a minion, but I really don't think a Welder Helper is kind of what we need. We need some bigger units. So we should get an ability to add a unit. And do we want to upgrade that unit that we get, or do we want to upgrade the spells that we have? I think upgrading the spells that we have would be better. Although, admittedly, our units are extremely weak. we just have frickin' train stewards. But let's go for the spell path initially. Incant, 1 attack, 1 health. So Siren of the Sea would allow us to get a tanky unit by playing spells. Icy Xylophyte. Sweep, strike, apply spell weakness 1 to the attacked unit. So this would be if we were going spell weakness, but we're not. I think you go Siren for a good tanky unit, and we can always upgrade them to make them better, but we have to do spells now. Holdover. Magic Power. 70 damage to the front unit. Apply 15 damage to the enemy in Frostbite. Here's my question. Holdover, when played, this card is placed on top of your draw pile next turn. But we have a card with offering that is, if discarded, it will instead be played. Will discarding a card make it come back on the top of my draw pile? Because if so, I would like to hold over a Titan's Tooth, and then every turn we get it again. And I kind of like the idea of doing this, because Titan's Tooth is a pretty good card. It's 10 damage every turn from the enemy, and it does a lot of damage on its own, and we can make it either cheaper or do more damage. Hold over, discard your hand, apply Daze. That's also a good option. That means every turn we can Offering at the end of turn. Yo, okay. Okay, I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. So we're gonna hold over Frenzy Swarm, and we're gonna make it free. And this does have an anti-synergy with the relic that we have, but I have to expect that playing every card every turn is good. So I think that's fine, and we'll upgrade a Titan's Tooth to make it good, and I don't know, we could try upgrading the other one. I don't know if this is actually going to make the card consume, admittedly. This might make it consume, this might not make it consume when it's played from hand. Because it says can only be played once per battle. Offering, it will instead be played. Like, what? Is the language consistent? Will this card, when discarded, exhaust via consume, / would not come back around from holdover, or what would it do? I don't freaking know. Regardless, let's make something consume. A torch seems pretty good, although we might want to just remove these, but I don't like Frozen Lands because it only targets the front. Let's upgrade a torch. And let's make another card cheaper, like a Hidden Passage. A free torch is also pretty good. A Titan's Tooth you can play, we don't need it because we're going to discard them. Give me a Hidden Passage. I'd still like to stack up a single floor. Consume is exhaust, discard is not exhaust, says Milk Jug. So it sounds like you've seen this before and you understand it. What are you? Sweep, that's bad. Non-boss enemy units gain +4 attack. I think we can do it. Means that you're going to be 4, you're going to be 5 damage output. And you are still going to be 5. You sweep, which is super annoying, but we have Frostbite, which might be good against you. We'll see. So yeah, I think that we kind of have an anti-synergy with Icicle Fracture, but we can at least still freeze cards before we draw them, I suppose. So you are in the back. You are in the front. We're gonna torch you, do as much damage as we can. We're getting stacked with Incant. We have no healing, admittedly. That's something that red decks don't have. So it's gonna be hard for us to keep units alive. We're gonna have to rely on spells. Well, I need to kill you. I would like to kill you. I should have put all my units on the 2nd level. I'm a bit of a fool for that, but you know what? We'll live and learn. We should Daze. I don't see a reason not to Daze because this card is holdover. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put down the Train Steward at the top. Since we're not killing him. Yeah, we can't kill him. I'm gonna put down the Train Steward and then holdover. And I'm gonna just try and ensure that I can raise both of these units on the same turn. So there's our holdover. I can raise one on this turn and one on the next turn, in all likelihood, so I should be fine. Let's... And we have Crypt Builder. Which we don't need to play, so maybe we'll try to... No, we need to play Holdover to get the cards next turn, because we have 2 Titan's Tooths coming up. Okay, so we're going to play this at the end of turn. Right now, what we're going to do is put you down. We're going to Hidden Passage you. You'll be Hidden Passage next turn. We're going to Torch you, because I want to Incant. We'll Incant again. That card's coming back around, and hopefully we draw both of those Titan's Tooths plus the Hidden Passage, and we did get Hidden Passage. We only got 1 Titan's Tooth. We'll get the next one next turn. I'm okay with this. So what do we want to do? Hidden Passage. We could Sacrificial Lamb if we want, which is honestly okay. Frozen Lance. Which, if we're gonna play Titan's Tooth on this turn and next turn and days, I actually want to play Frozen Lance up here for the Incant, I think. Then we'll play a Trained Steward. He's gonna get a free hit because of the days. Then we'll daze and play Titan's Tooth for free. Now they lost their spikes. The boss is taking 10 damage a turn. They're going to take 32 damage on a Trained Steward. That's pretty good. And now we should be able to Titan's Tooth again. And if we can get like a second good card that would allow us to... I could ascend the boss, that's dumb. If I can get another good offering card, that'd be great, but we couldn't get it. But that's fine, because we're just going to Frozen Lance, Frenzied Swarm, and our boss unit is dead because of the sweep, but we're only taking 1 hit and then they're gonna die, so we're fine. Sweep is such an annoying fight to have, though. You hate to have the boss hit all of your units, including your high damage backline, but oh well. Another Frenzied Swarm or another Crypt Builder. Here's the thing, we're playing offering cards literally every turn. I feel like we can add one and then maybe try to duplicate Frenzied Swarm. So I'm like, okay. But do we need a second one? We might not need a second one. Because if we remove Torches and Frozen Lances, every turn, ideally, we're going to get Titan's Tooths anyways. So maybe we just want to say, hey, you know what? We don't need it. Consume is exhaust, discard is not exhaust. I'm rereading Milk Jug's previous comment. Purge is gone forever. I understand the difference between them. My question was not what is consume, what is discard. My question is what is played in the description of the of offering and of holdover. Does it synergize with... Does this mean holdover works off of offering? But I haven't had holdover yet on one of these offering cards. Give me the skip. We have a couple of Titan's Tooths that I'd rather play, I think. Rage 6, Piercing does 5 damage. No, we don't need spells. We need minions. So let's see if we can get a minion. Ideally a tank. Incant gain armor. I actually really like that. I mean, he has guard in the name. That's got to be good, right? Let's take it. It's regenerating health to an extent. Now, upgrade spells or get a unit and gain an artifact. Oh, this is the question. Gain a unit and gain an artifact or upgrade spells and then also maybe remove some cards. We don't need to upgrade spells, I think. Let's go for the free artifact. We'll save our money for the next shop. Enemies get -1 attack, your pirate gets 40 health. -1 attack seems good. And I'll be honest, Deranged Brute. Rage on friendly units adds an additional +2 per stack. So Rage is +4 instead of +2. I think we just want a Demon Fiend, and that's hard to add to a deck like this without having the energy for it, but once we get an extra energy, we could play it. That being said, I don't think I'm going to go for extra energy. I think I'm going to go for extra card draw because we can discard cards with the enabler. I like Demon Fiend though, but it's too expensive. We can't play it. We could upgrade it to be playable, which is fair. We could upgrade it. I'm gonna add it, because we need a big tank. He's a dead card now, but that's fine. We'll discard him when we draw him. Also, we can duplicate cards now. Copy a card 5 times. I would love to copy the Titan's Tooths. Now, I don't know if we need 5 of them, but more of them is definitely good. I don't think we need 5 of them. Let's just copy it once. Because we only need 1 Frenzied Swarm. But another good Titan's Tooth, I'll do it. I kind of feel like going hard on this discard offering Frostbite. We'll give it a shot. Explosives, explode twice, you do 9 damage, which is actually 8. Fiend in the 5 times event feels like deja vu. Correct. Yes, except I didn't duplicate him 5 times. -1 attack. Man, this is hard because I really want to play up here on this floor. We just can't play all of our units. We can put a train steward in the front to take the hit. But I want to play up here because we can ascend into this layer. We could also play up here, and that way we don't have to worry about a train steward. I actually like that more. Yeah, let's play at the top. Titan's Bane goes in the back. The guard goes in the front. Our siren goes in the middle. And our train steward is dead wherever we place him. So let's just end turn. He got frozen too. What does offering do? Offering is if we discard the card, it plays automatically. So we don't want to play it, we want to discard it. And we don't have our discard card yet, but if we had our discard card, we could easily discard offering and get him for free. You explode twice? Explode twice. I didn't even pay attention to what was going on here. So I kind of don't want to play anything on this turn, weirdly enough. Like these enemies, I want to play up here, believe it or not. I want to hit the boss, and I want to incant. Also, hey, Demon Fiend. Because these guys are going to do 0, I don't want to get exploded, and I don't want to hit those ones. Like, we benefit by playing spells to kill minions, by waiting for our discard. Which we finally did get, so we could discard whenever we want. I think we should Hidden Passage right now. It's going to cost 1, that's fine. Let's just put the train steward down and then ascend him. That's why I made it free. Up here, we're gonna take 20 unless we daze. I still want a Frozen Lance for the incant though. So we're gonna Frozen Lance. And I mean, I could play down here to kill these guys, but I'm just waiting for better cards. And we're gonna daze them every single turn anyways. So we incant. We incant. We daze. Now he's not exploding. Good frostbite there. I like this. I like this. The daze does not work that well against the bosses, but it works very well here because every turn we can take no damage. And on this turn we can even Titan's Tooth for free, which we should definitely do. But we should also play our other cards in order to gain the incant off of them. I don't know if I'm gonna ascend anything though, so we're just gonna play Torch. We should play Torch on the front unit because they're so tanky. Now we're killing 2 of them at least. We might kill more if we do this due to the extra damage from you. And can't 1, it'll be 12, it'll be 17. You're gonna have 1 health. I really wish I could ascend. You know, I could ascend, take 1 damage, and then this unit will die instead of taking 3 damage next turn. I actually think that's the play. I think we ascend the Forged Disciple, they'll do 1 damage, and then we daze everyone else, and then both of these units will die and we'll do some extra damage to the boss. I think that's what you do. It's not even attacking yet, which is great. So get dazed. We're applying more Frostbite to the boss, which is damage every turn. He's also dazed? I don't know what that does when he's in the back flying. So we took 1 damage instead of 3, and we're doing more. You have 28 Frostbite, which is, it's basically thorns. Well, I mean, it's poison. It's thorns that we don't have to tank for. We can just apply it whenever we want. I like it. I don't think we can ascend our own units into the engine room, although, because look, there's like a big boiler over here on the left, so we cannot go up here, but enemy units we can ascend. Also, there's a lot of units here, excuse me? Luckily, they're all dead to a Titan's Tooth for free, so I think what we're gonna do is, I mean, they're all dead, so just torch 1 of them. And then discard. We're getting more, I mean, we have not taken a hit yet because we're dazing every single turn, which is ideal. It's exactly what I want. We don't do that much damage to crowds without using our Titan's Tooth, so that's fine that we took the damage there. That's acceptable, that's understandable. Weirdly enough, we can play units now. We might be able to ascend 1 of them. You're gonna be iced. We want this card next turn. We want Incant. And now the only thing I really want to do in this deck is just remove all of the crappy spells. We want Offering every turn. Oh, baby. In passage. Incant. And take 20 damage and 20 Frostbite, please. You're taking 89 damage right now. Yeah, I don't think you're getting anywhere, dude. Oh, baby. Let me see what happens if we ascend. So you can play the card at least to get Incant. That's good to know. Anyways, hit him, daze him. He's not even hitting us, he's dead. That's insanely good. I like it. Now, we should check really quickly what final boss we're fighting. Devour your spells. So the first spell we play every turn is Consume. It's important to look at this because we want to make sure that we're not getting remove half of all buffs and debuffs, because that would make the Frostbite really hard to apply. But the Frostbite so far seems pretty good. And in actuality, I think we do want to have our defense at the top, because we can ascend into the top, and additionally, we can apply Frostbite before an enemy gets to us and kill them way early. Or I should say way late. We kill them before they even get to us is kind of what I'm going for. Rare card, I hate it all. Consume, apply Sap and Frostbite to 1 enemy. Double stack would be good for this, but what do I care about 1 Frostbite? I can apply 20 Frostbite in a turn. So we're gonna skip this. Oh, hey, look, it's Demon Fiend. I think we skip. And I think we want draw, because we get free cards every turn. The energy is also nice, but we can make that Demon Fiend that we got cheaper. We can make him super cheap. I think what we want is extra card draw. And I think we also want to forge units and remove cards. I would love to duplicate a card, but we need to upgrade cards before we duplicate them. So let's go left path, heal up, remove 2 cards. The Train Stewards have to go. At least with the spells I can incant, but the Train Stewards are kind of worthless. We'll upgrade. Upgrade a unit with big plus 15 attack, plus 40 health. I mean, we could make a really big Demon Fiend. I think what we want, though, is like a really big guard? Except, I actually don't like this because it means I can't play Siren Guard and my my champion on the same turn. I have to ascend into this because that's too much capacity. So maybe what we want instead is just upgrade him the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I think we should upgrade him. That's good. And then we will reroll. Endless. Comes back when it dies. I don't think we need this. Incant gain armor? That's pretty low tier. More damage is nice. Then maybe we'll remove another card, remove another Train Steward. I mean, we're removing a lot of units, but at the same time, our units live for a long time when we play them. Maybe we don't need a second hidden passage, but let me get rid of Frozen Lance. I still like the torches because they're targetable. Yeah. 65 gold and can't gain armor. Look, we might as well. Spend our money. Upgrade our champion. Apply 20 Frostbite or Sweep, which also applies spell weakness. Now this is interesting. We could go Sweep, which won't apply as much Frostbite, but it'll apply Frostbite to everyone. But I'm just gonna double down on the single target Frostbite for bosses, because the floors have been easy. We have not had a single problem getting hit on enemies because we're dazing them, but the bosses I think are a problem. Units appear in each floor, that's fine. On Slay, add a card. After combat gain 3 attack. So these guys get stronger the higher in the train they are. We can deal with that just by dazing them once we get the card. So I think we still go on the top level. Because we get 6 cards every turn. After three draws, we get everything. So we should go to the top. I don't care if these guys attack, because we're just going to daze them when we get there. And we got very lucky getting all of our units and our enabler card in Frenzied Swarm. So we're going to go to the top. Guard goes in front. They're all dead. I still like the idea of incanting, though, so we're just going to incant. We'll get this card next turn. Gotta love it. Oddly enough, I don't see us losing this run, and it's so early, but the cards we have are just so good. Admittedly, Icicle Fracture is completely pointless, but still. So we're gonna get double offering on this turn, which is lovely. We might even want to just play one here to apply Frostbite. But we have another Titan's Tooth coming up. We should play one here. I really want to play a Train Steward, but I think we should play a Titan's Tooth. Yo, what if we ascend the Loot Goblin and they die to the pyre? I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Because this is an end of turn thing, not an on their turn thing. So let's ascend them to their death. Oh, wait, we should ascend one of these boys. Okay, okay. That's what we're gonna do. Ascend you. We're still going to ascend the Loot Fairy because I love the idea of the pyre killing it. And we incant, and then we're gonna Frenzied Swarm, and I wanna pay attention to if we incant off of the offering. So we have 18 attack on the Siren right now. and now we have 21. So, triggers when you cast a spell on this floor did work on offering. Good to know. Anyways, end turn. Thank you, Pyre. You're the best. Sap is real good too. Sap is a good card, but I don't think we need it. I like what we have right now. So if I train Stewart, you're dead. We might want to play it just to dump the card forever, but I think what we do is we incant, which means we torch. We torch. You know what? Let's dump him forever. I don't care if he dies. Get out of here. Incant twice. We could have also frostbitten these units at the bottom, but we're killing them at this point. We have enough damage in our units. Yeah, if the card is actually played when it's offered, then it would work with holdover in theory. So if we can get a holdover Titan's Tooth, we get that every turn, which is actually pretty cool. So, I mean, here's the thing. We can get a lot of incant and kill everyone. This floor is a bit of a problem. We might want to just Titan's Tooth here and then Frenzied Swarm at the top, just to make sure that we get everything. I just want to make sure they're gonna die. Because let's be honest, I don't think the boss is getting one up on us. Hi guys. Guess what? You're dazed. This is a good turn. I think we do the exact same thing. I think we... You know, no. We don't do that. We play... Okay, here's the thing. We could ascend one of these guys and then Frenzied Swarm up here, but if I Titan's Tooth down here and then Frenzied Swarm up here, it's the same damn thing, essentially. Because we're still playing the same amount of spells on each floor, but at least this hits 3 units. So I'm gonna play this one here. Then we're gonna try to ascend, it's not gonna work. Then we're gonna play all of our cards up here. Everyone's dead, we're taking no damage. And these units, they're taking damage off of the Frostbite, so they're gonna all die when they move up anyways. Getting some insane value from Demon Fiend, says Bound Hades. You listen here. When is the sequel to this game when you're the attacky people going to come out? I like the idea that you're the bad guys. I like that sort of dark, Dungeon Keeper-esque thematic elements. You're never gonna slay. I would like to get the Frostbite on you immediately. We could also play all of our spells up here and then get massive incant, but I think I'd rather Frostbite, because these guys are all dead if we play anything. So we're gonna Frostbite, stack up that damage over time on the boss. We still get 2 incant up here. I mean, we have 80, 90 armor right now. That's pretty good. That's gonna be 10 turns, and the boss is taking 10 a turn. We're gonna need more defense for later fights, but for now it's perfectly acceptable. And actually, for later fights that have bosses that transition between floors, we can stack up the Frostbite in advance, which is pretty good. Right, so I think what we're gonna do here is train Stewart up. And then honestly, we could offering down here to make them take 2 turns to clear the room. So let's do that. Nope, it only did it in 1 turn. Okay, good to know. So that was a waste. We should have incanted with it. That's fine. And we have 2 Titans, Tooths, a Frozen Lance, a Frenzied Swarm. They're already dead and we're taking very little damage, but we might as well just make it as overpowering of a victory as possible. And you should be all dead. We're taking 18 damage, which means that you're living for 2 attacks. Pretty good floor. I should probably speed it up a little bit. Milkjug's correct. If we ascend the boss from the 2nd to the 3rd floor, the other unit dies. But I kind of wanted the 9 damage from the frostbite, but I guess we could have raised the boss and then stunned them. Oh, but then we wouldn't have had any cards in our hand. Yeah, okay, I think we did it right. I dare you, -1 bit to remove Demon Fiend and throw the run. Demon Fiend is gonna be played. I guarantee it. +7 magic power on this floor, Mollusk Mage. That's good, but we really deal with frostbite and dazing. Deal 1 damage to an enemy unit 5 times. Okay, I can see the synergy here. Deal 8 damage to a random enemy unit 5 times, or, you know, if you upgrade this card by 10, it's probably gonna do 11 damage. Or 1 damage to an enemy unit 5 times plus 10 or something like that, I don't know. I don't think we need any of these. We don't need these cards. Skip, get out of here. Our deck is perfect. Summon, gain energy. Summon, return a consume card to your hand. Could be good against the endgame boss that has the ability to torch our spells. What we could do is upgrade him with Endless and bring him back after he dies and keep getting our spells back that consume. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Move a unit to the front and apply 10 armor. Not necessary. I think I am going to take the Imp, actually. If we can upgrade him with Endless, he's really good. If not, we play him for 1 and then he's out. But if we can counteract the ability of the final boss, let's frickin' do it. Why not? Remove 2 cards, gain gold, buy artifacts, upgrade units, gain an artifact, random event. I would love to remove more cards. Remove a hidden passage, remove a train steward. Forging a units though, I mean, I literally just bought units to upgrade them. Do we save our money for another floor? We could. Here's the thing, this is a free artifact, this is an artifact I have to pay for, but this is free card removal, this is card removal I have to pay for, and a random event. What do you take here? You know what I mean? Let's go for the free artifact plus unit upgrades. Yeah, let's do it. Let's spend our money. Applies daze to enemy units when they enter the room below the pyre room. Okay, so this is literally exactly what I want because I'm already doing it. So we'll take this. That's a pretty good option for us. And this is literally exactly what I want. So hello, Imp, my new friend. Good to see you once again. Let's upgrade cards. I think we actually reroll. Upgrade a unit with +1 capacity, +15 attack, +40 health. I don't know, we could make a badass Imp Scholar who, when he dies, he just comes back in my hand and allows me to play more spells. But I kind of like the idea of playing him for 1 and killing him immediately. So yeah, I don't think we upgrade his health. We could upgrade the Demon Fiend. Look. Here's the thing. One day we'll be able to play the Demon Fiend, okay? Bigger Demon Fiend for when he gets discarded again and again, says Bounty. One day we're gonna play him, don't worry. One of the rails... Remains of the once great Rail of the Covenant litter the landscape. One of the rail spikes still contains some lingering power. You could take it and use it on one of your units or enhance your own magical prowess. Upgrade a unit with 20/20 and then purge it. Increase magic power by 20 and purge it. So we can get rid of a unit in our deck or a spell in our deck. What would we rather get rid of? Probably a torch. So let's get rid of a single torch. That sounds pretty good. If we thin out the deck so that we get our cards earlier, I think it only benefits us. Poor fiend. Enemy units enter with armor. What do I care? Spoilers, I don't. Multi-strike Harpy, you're relentless, that's it. You extinguish on death, I don't care. This combat does not affect us at all. Like, it does not counter us in any way. I have 3 turns to get all my minions out because I'm gonna stockpile everything up here, and then the enemies are gonna be dazed when they enter anyways. So in actuality, I don't have to play that card. I could stack up cards with Frost and play them eventually. I don't know. It's hard to tell what the right option is. Right now, though, we can only do this. And you know what? We got a very good frozen card. Because they will still die to this. And you know what? We do want to make sure you die. Although we could torch you and then save this card for next turn. Nope, we have this card. We should play it. Okay. Tank has to go at the front. We could also ascend you. That way I don't have to play the torch. I could save it. I mean, it is 22 damage for 1. Okay, look, this is weird, but watch this. Ascend a unit. We're going to purge. We're going to torch. And then we're gonna... I don't think this card can get frozen, but maybe it can. Let's see what happens. Okay, that doesn't necessarily tell me that card can't be frozen, but at least we froze the card that we wanted anyways. And you know what? Hold up. We were just talking about if offering a card counts as playing it, but we saw earlier that when you offer a card, it remains frozen. So it's a little ambiguous still as to what exactly the correct order of operations is there. But maybe we don't worry about Frenzied Storm, we play our other attacks first. Because, like, we can just stockpile a great late turn. But if I keep playing the cards, then I keep getting the incans. So I think we keep playing the cards and keep getting the incans. Because we can stun enemies for 2 turns, which means that they're just toasted. They'll they'll ascend to the pyre and take damage if we don't kill them. So yeah, I think we, I actually play this one here myself. And then we'll incant. Then incant. And we're gonna get those cards back anyways. This guy's tanky, but it doesn't matter because he's stunned. You will soon become nothing. Yeah, about that. We'll send you. We'll cast a spell. Cast a spell. Daze him. We're now doing 26 damage with our heaviest hitting unit. Well, no, our champion is pretty heavy hitting. A brief respite. Well, how about we, ooh, I want to save these cards for the boss. So much. Should we play the Impish Scholar? We'd get a torch back. You know, here's the thing. I think we do, because we want that torch. Because now I can play it, and we can get more incant. Look at that Demon Fiend scaring your enemies from your hand. One day this Demon Fiend's coming out, and he's gonna be upset that you're calling him names bound Hades. Oh, I still have to press end turn. I thought that was my turn, but no, we're still going here. By the way, hello, boss. So if we can put Frostbite here, we'd be pretty happy with it. I can get another Consume out. We have a lot of energy, so let's do it. And you know what? There you go. Hello, welcome to the train, everyone. I'm your steward, the Impish Scholar. Is there anything I can help you with today? And then here it's like, okay, well, I could bring up another train steward. I really don't think that's necessary, though. I just want to incant all day, every day. By the Oshiro voice, because he's the concierge of the train. It makes sense to me. They lived? You hit me once? I had no, I thought they were all dead. Oh, you know, we didn't have any Frostbite on that turn. Now we have the Frostbite, and we're just gonna play it. Okay. Also, guess what? Impish Scholar is living. He's like, hello, everybody, welcome to the train. Also, later. That 20 Frostbite is pretty big. So now they're dazed, they're gonna be dazed again. We have 3 offering cards. Oh, it's so good. And the 60 damage is gonna hit the boss too, because we're killing him. Oh man. There you go. There's some more damage. There's some more damage. We're taking 50, which means he's living for 2 turns. There you go. Champion got the kill. Lots of gold. Consume, discard your hand, draw 5. Oh, that's really good. Consume, apply Frostbite 6 to enemy units. That's also real good. And a good target for bringing back with the Impish Scholar. As is the Spike. If we bring it back, we can like permanently, well, not permanently, but we can put a lot of sap on the boss. But this as another discard enabler is really nice. Once we play all of our units, we have only a few cards in hand, and if we can discard our hand, draw more cards, and then discard again, we actually like this. And I kind of like the fact that it consumes. It gets cards out of here. I think we can add it. It's just a way of getting through the deck slightly faster. Sacrifice Imp. No, we don't need it. We don't need Piercing, we don't need Summon. Upgrade units, gain gold, remove cards, upgrade spells, random event. This is what we want. We want to remove some cards, make the deck better, get rid of the other torch, get rid of a frozen lance, maybe a hidden passage next as well. In fact, we can do it here. It's a spell and not a unit, damn it. Okay, that's fine. Permafrost, frozen when drawn. I actually don't really care about freezing a card. The only one I would care about is Deep Offering, so we can draw through the deck faster, but we're probably gonna play it when we draw it anyways. So I don't think we want that. -1 energy on a Deep Offering also makes it a little bit more playable early. Plus 10 magic power on a Titan's Tooth? Yeah, let's get the other Titan's Tooth dealing 15 as well, so they're all the same. Reroll. Remove consume, cost 1 more. And I kind of like that on Deep Offering, but we daze units with Frenzied Swarm. We only want this card to be played once, I think. We can't make it free. It's still really nice. But once we get Frenzied Swarm, this is what we're playing every turn. We don't want this. I can make a 22 damage torch. I don't know. Let's go for the spell power and buff the keep buffing the Titan's Tooths. Make a spell cheaper. We'll make Deep Offering free when it comes around. It's only going to be played once, but that's honestly what I want it for anyways. And then we'll remove a card. Remove the, the torches consume. Let's remove the Train Steward. Our units are living. And we'll leave. This is such a weird deck. The Imp will draw back that discard draw card, I suppose, but I like what we have. Consume, restore health. Consume, enhance your pyre with more attack. Dude, enemies are not getting to the pyre. We can say that we don't want cards. Get out of here. Those are interesting cards to make your pyre stronger, but nah. Bit of a waste, but you know what? With Imp, this is OP. Admittedly, yeah, we could have. We can have the Imp draw it anyways because it's consume. Yeah, you're right. So if the Imp dies, we might get this card back. We might get another card back. It does make this a very good target for the final boss, because we can play this first, discard it, draw 5 cards, and then it'll consume anyways. As long as we have some consume target for the Imp, we're happy. Empowers units with rage. Look. You know what I'm gonna say? What I'm gonna say is that it doesn't matter. This might be one of the fights where you would want to be at the bottom to kill the units before they move up, but that's not how we built. We're built to incant. And consume and do 22 damage. So there you go. Let's get that consume out there so that we can draw it back anyways. And there's our Frenzied Swarm. Now, we might want to start applying Frostbite to the boss right now, just by playing Frenzied Swarm here. But if we're gonna do that, why don't we, like, push a unit up so that they die, like this one here? Why don't we play the Impish Scholar to get him out there so we can get our consume spell back, maybe try to incant a little bit, and then play Titan's Tooth at the end of the turn. I mean, really, I want to incant. So this incants. This'll incant. I'm not going to play the Impish Scholar for 1 consume. I'm going to play Titan's Tooth. And enter. I always forget that I had to press the button. So he's dazed. He's not doing anything. I suppose before we fight the boss, we can play Deep Offering, because this guy's already dazed. But I'd really like to, on this turn, play Titan's Tooth because of the fact that the boss is up here. So we're gonna not play Deep Offering. We're gonna play Frenzied Swarm here. I have 2 offerings that I can get out. And the boss is taking 100 damage. Demon Fiend value. Look, we'll play him. Don't worry about it. You guys are worrying about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, how can I not play double Titan's Tooth on the boss floor right now? Yeah, I have to. These guys are going to be dazed. They're going to make it up and they're going to hit once, which I hate, but I'm still going to do this. We're taking like 10 damage. We have 50 stacks of Frostbite on the boss. We're going to take 13 on the Pyre. Who cares? We need to do more damage, but once we can play this freaking fiend, we're gonna be happy. And I swear to you, it will happen one day. It will happen one day. If we deep offering, we have to manually play a card. We can't frenzy. We have a deep Titan's Tooth, we can play it right now, but we could play 2 Titan's Tooth on this turn if we deep offering. So I think what you do is you deep offering. And then you get another Titan's Tooth, which you can, you're gonna frickin' live? No, you're not. We can at least play a Titan's Tooth, apply more Frostbite to the boss. And then we just hope that one of the 9 cards that we draw is, or 10 cards that we draw in our deck is gonna be another discard enabler. And if it's not, hey, we have Titan's Tooth. We got 3 of them in the deck. I mean, that's all of it. Okay. Yeah, what happens if I hidden passage the boss right now? Will they go up to the pyre? That's funny. I don't know. I don't want to test it out. I like the run we've got right now. So anyways, look, I hate to say this, boss, but you might die before you even attack me. Can't move boss. Okay, you know what? It said it because of the crypt builder pushes the enemy to the back. At least now we know. At least now we know. You're taking 100 damage a turn. I love this deck. It's freaking great. Send a unit. I want to kill both of you, which means Titan's Tooth is likely what's going to be played here. This might be a good Impish Scholar, but if we draw one of the offerings next turn, we can't play it because it's going to cost 1 energy to play the Scholar. We need to make him free along with the Demon Fiend. So I think we just play it safe and we do as much damage as we can here. Maybe kill this guy early. I don't think it's going to happen, but 2 days means that this guy won't attack next turn when he goes up a floor. So I think we Ascend, we Fake Ascend, Frozen Lance, and if we're going to do this, let's actually play the Impish Scholar to get another card back in the deck, and if it's the Torch, we can just play it immediately. Cool. So he's not hitting the Pyre anymore. Barely, but we got him. Final wave. So this is when we want a Titan's Tooth on the bottom floor if possible. These units are not quite dead. They're gonna do 2 damage to us. I don't really mind. In fact, now you're not doing anything. We get Deep Offering back, which honestly, I think I'm gonna play as opposed to the Frenzied Swarm, because no, we should play Frenzied Swarm. Deep Offering is nice, but we want to play this with 3 energy so we can play a Offering if we get it without another discard enabler. Right now, I think we do want to play Frenzied Swarm just to get the cards played. So you're taking 134 damage, which is nothing. And by nothing, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're freaking dead. This, I think, is when you want to play Deep Offering, because we can play 3 Offering this turn instead of 2. We'll play this one, and then we'll draw another one that we can play. We won't be playing Impish Scholar, because the only thing it's going to play right now is a Torch. But I think you do Deep Offering. And then you have another Titan's Tooth you can play. You could also play an Ascending Passage just for the incant. And the boss is dead. The boss is gonna be stunned on the top level, and so they're not even gonna be able to attack. And if we had one more turn, they would actually be dead before they even reached it up there. So it's a pretty good deck we've constructed, I think. So no discard. This is the thing I was worried about. We want to make sure that we get a Frenzied Swarm every turn, but we have to play it. But it doesn't matter because the boss is toasted. Doesn't really matter what I play. We did take 13 damage, but it was intentional damage. Deep Offering, we don't need a second one. We don't need this, we don't need this. I think what we want is more cards every turn. We want to get as many offerings as possible. Card draw is the only thing that matters to me right now. Now, I would like to upgrade minions. Hasn't happened yet, we'll get there one day. In that case, let's go for spells to make it even faster to get to our offerings. We don't need any other card in our deck at this point. We know exactly what we're doing, and we know what we're playing. When you play your third card of the turn, draw 2. This is actually really nice, because if we offering, is that playing a card, will we draw 2 cards, one of which will retain for the next turn, or be a card that we can play? I think you go Winged Steel. We'll remove 2 cards. The 2 cards we're gonna remove is 1 Hidden Passage, and 1 Frozen Lance. The Torch consumes, it's a good target. Yeah. And then we will upgrade cards. We have a 14 card deck right now. Frostbite 20? Yes, please. It's expensive, but Frostbite is just so good. Yeah, we're never playing these for energy. We don't need to make them easier to play. I think we want the Frostbite. And then I think we're gonna make the other one do more damage. I don't care what kind of upgrade it gets as long as it gets an upgrade. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. Again, we don't really care. We could upgrade a torch for free. It's 20 gold. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's a waste. I still think that I might remove this card, honestly, but sure, we'll make it free. All of our spells now are free. Upgrade our champion. Damage spells cast on this floor cost -1. Okay, I kind of like that because it would make these cards cheaper, the offering, but we don't care about that, do we? We want a high damage unit that applies a lot of Frostbite against bosses. Now, admittedly, we do not have a lot of minions. That is a very big weakness in our deck, but it is still working. Slay, restore 5 health and gain plus attack. You just have a lot of health. Your Relentless trample 25. Enemies appear on each floor for 400 gold. I think I need the gold. I do. I think I need the gold. Now, they are dazed. That's what I was hoping. Killing this guy is gonna be tough. We might want to do a lot of early Titan's Tooths on him. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the energy to play the Titan's Tooths, but we have to play our units first. So, you're going down. You're going down. A card is gonna retain. 2 units are dying. I think if 2 units are dying, we ascend 1 so that they die. And then we drew more cards because, oh, that's good. That's good. But we haven't consumed anything, so let's not worry about playing him. End turn. You know what? We did take some damage. They explode. They explode for 5? What? Also, uh-oh. They explode for 5. My lord, that's a lot of damage. Oof, man, that's some good Titan's Tooth, but I really want to play it down here. These guys are all stunned. We do have a free torch. Let's make sure you die. And we have to play the siren, so let's get the siren out there. We should have done that first. Hidden passage. We can hidden passage you. So let's deep offering to get all of the frostbite on these units. You know what we should do? You know what, actually, I realized these are the units that appeared on the train due to the trial. They're not gonna spawn again, but if they did, we could kill them on the lower level so that they couldn't hurt us. Killing them up here is what's hurting us. Anyways, we're gonna deep offering here. Makes it much easier to kill that guy in the future, and then, again, we can just deep offering and play 3 Titan's Tooths. You know, one enemy doesn't bother me. Let's do it down here instead. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hidden passage you, you're dead. Frenzied Swarm. We're playing 12 energy worth of cards on one turn. That's pretty good. I like this deck. I really do. So he's dazed. He's taking 39 damage on this turn. Let's start our incantation. Deep offering and torch. We have 3 energy. We have a frenzied swarm. We have an ascend. Incant. I want to see if we draw off of this. So let's play it here so we incant. Because this guy's dead and, you know, these units don't really bother me too much. And that does count for draw. So I can play one of these, and then the other one's gonna retain for the next turn. This is such a good synergy between Icicle Fracture, Light's Gift, Winged Steel. Like, everything we do just works. And we even have a counter to the boss in the form of the Imp. We need to make the Imp free so we can play 3 energy card, but we'll deal with that later. So, Hidden Passage, Incant. You're already dead. I would still like to incant more, because the enemies are dying when they hit us. Let's incant more. And also, let's make sure that we hold on to the Demon Fiend. That's good value. How would you make the Imp free Heart of Bank on events? You tend to get -1 energy on the unit upgrades, so we could make the upgrade free, or the Imp free by upgrading him, and we could also make the Demon Fiend playable. Play that. Play this. Draw 2 cards. Ascend a unit again. We draw 7 cards a turn and our deck size is 9, so we draw almost everything every turn. I think I'm just gonna play this down here to get the Frostbite out. Yeah. End turn. There's no unit upgrade that reduces cost? You sure? I thought there was. You know what, you're right. You only reduce the cost of spells. For this entire run, by the way, I've thought that there was a unit upgrade that reduced cost, but I've never seen one now that you bring it up. So you know what? You're right. Chat is absolutely 100% correct on this one, I think. And I hate to say it. So maybe we should have taken a +1 energy so we can play the Imp plus extra cards. It's not the end of the world, though. Hey, final wave. So we do want to kill these units up here. We will draw 2. Yeah, I think we can Oh man, but it's, I tell you what, let's do this down here and then we'll hopefully draw a Titan's Tooth or something. Because I do want to kill these units, but I also really want to kill you. By applying 40 Frostbite. Look. I also don't want to take pyre damage, and I think we'll be fine. And we actually drew the card that I wanted. Excellent. So, have 4 offerings. And I could bring him up to my level, but I don't think we're gonna do that. We're gonna wait. Right. You're already dead, which is just absolutely lovely. You love to see it. Let's make you die even faster. And you're hitting us once. Wait, huh? He's hitting us once and dying, but he has 800 health. How is he dying? Oh, because he's dazed for 2 turns. That's a lot of gold. Apply silence to enemy units. The boss doesn't have anything that we need to worry about with silence, I don't think. Spell weakness, meh. Apply sap, discard a card at random. Because it costs 1, I don't like it, and we already have a pretty decent loadout here. Ascend a unit and apply dazed 2. Don't care. Consume rage, don't care. Sacrifice imp, don't care. We're just gonna take the gold and upgrade some cards. And this is our last fight, so we might want to go to the right path and remove some unused cards. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Impish Scholar is still okay. We could duplicate a card and duplicate, one of our good Titan's Tooths. Or we could just upgrade cards to make them better and remove 2. Kind of like the idea of removing cards. We don't really need to upgrade units, especially because chat has so handily informed me that we can't make Demon Fiend 3 energy. You're allowed to remove him. He's the foundation of your deck. Sacrifice Imp could let you play the Imp for free. That's actually a very good point. Should have considered that. We can also buy relics. Duplicate a card. I'm still thinking about the duplication. I'm like, what if we duplicate just a Titan's Tooth? Because we're drawing them every single turn. But maybe we just, instead of doing that, we remove cards to make it easier to draw what we need. Like, what if we remove Hidden Passage Demon Fiend? Because we can't play Demon Fiend. We never ascend units, because we have 3 units in the deck, and if we play Torch, it consumes anyways. So I'm like, what if that's what we do? Riot if he's removed. I do kind of like Ascend though, because it's allowing me to kill minions on occasion, and it activates the incant, and it's a good target for play it on turn 1 to consume it. So maybe we'll keep Hidden Passage around. But we're gonna go right path, I think. We've already upgraded our units for the most part. Yeah, we can't upgrade him, and the 2 units who are actually being played are already upgraded. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. Yo, bye. And then, let's upgrade some spells once again. Double stack. Okay. Plus 10 magic power. Okay. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. We could make this cheaper, and that way if we draw this, it's playable. Look, I'm spending my gold, okay? Remove consume, cost 1 more. That doesn't matter because spells consume anyways. Making that consume is fine. Dude, I'm gonna upgrade this to make it a card that we can play. And then let's remove 2 cards. I like it all. I really like it all. Let's remove the torch. Why not double stack, double stack? You can't. You can only apply double stack once to a card. I would have if we could have, but you can't do it. Our deck is 13 cards. So I could remove 1 or buy like magic power. That doesn't seem that good. We could reroll. Units gain an extra upgrade slot, a little late. Plus 2 stacks of Frostbite each time it's applied. Frostbite does not decay. How can I not? How can I not? It's literally a artifact made for this deck. We do have another removal at the vent. I'm just thinking what to remove, because apparently chat's gonna freak if I remove Demon Fiend, so he's gotta stay in. I don't think I remove anything else. I love everything. I don't know, maybe the other Titan's Tooth? I don't think so. I think we just go, because our deck is perfect. So let's do it. We can counteract consume, so I'm not worried. We have a 1 energy card we can play in order to consume it / draw it when we, or play it when we draw it back, so I'm okay. Whoa, Vengeful Shard, reserve, your pirate takes 1 damage. We have 3 of them? That's highly annoying. That's highly annoying, okay. Well, still, we have no spells, so this is actually fine. We play him. We do have 1 spell. But we're not gonna play it. Never mind, we're gonna play it, because I love this. You get played in the front, because you're the tank. This already has consume, and we'll play it with the Imp later, but we're gonna draw 5 cards. We're gonna get a Frostbite out there. How come that was 20? Oh, right, it's 24. We're going to hold over to get... No, we're gonna passage. And we're gonna play holdover to daze and apply more Frostbite. So we've already applied 60 Frostbite and you're dazed. That may prevent you from moving next turn, I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Apparently it doesn't matter to you at all. These shards are annoying, but we can at least discard a lot of them. 1 card is already consumed, it's Deep Offering. I think what we do instead is play Crypt Builder, really, because it's 1 cost, a lot of damage. We'll get it for free, but we need to exhaust something. We could exhaust Deep Offering and just play this later. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's do that instead. You get played. This comes back. Let's play this here. It's gonna consume. I'd rather it didn't, actually. We can play a Vengeful Shard. We should play 2 cards. We could play 2 cards to draw and then play more stuff for free. Okay, now I'm thinking. Does this count as playing it? Yes. We drew another Titan's Tooth, so you know what? There's 96 Frostbite. What do you do at the end of turn? Add a self-mutilation card. This I can at least purge by playing it, so I don't mind that too much. Deep Offering is what we have to play. No, we can play Hidden Passage and dump it. Ideally, that card never comes back anyways. I don't care about Crypt Builder. Let's Deep Offering. We get free cards. Yeah, if it plays left to right, that's ideal. Actually, we don't have the other one in here. Okay, this is fine. Do it. Our deck is getting filled with garbage, admittedly. Like, look at this garbage, but it's only 1 damage per card, so it's not that bad, honestly. And, you know, let's stack up the Frostbite even further. End turn. Yeah, the animation on the curse cards is very quick and hard to see. Okay, we might want to imp here so we can play some of the curses. In fact, I kind of like that. Let's get an imp out. We get Crypt Builder back. That's a good card. We don't really love playing it because it's only going to hit like a frontline unit that has 3 health. But we still at least get it for free. So let's dump that. Dump that. Seems like a good time to dump our hand. We're at 210 Frostbite, that's pretty good. We're not incanting, but honestly, we're beyond that now. The only thing I care about is playing Frostbite on the boss and making sure our Pyre doesn't take any extra damage than is necessary. And I love when the boss comes up here, because it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna Titan's Tooth you to death? I actually have no discard enabler, so we really do need to play the good Titan's Tooths here to handle the enemies. It exhausts, but that's fine. That's the worry about not playing the discard enabler that sticks around with holdover. But we didn't take much. Could have played imp. Nah, I'm not gonna risk not drawing what we need. I'm not gonna risk drawing a hidden passage, you know? I'm gonna play a card that I know is good. In this situation, I still also think that maybe a Titan's Tooth is okay, but let's play a Crypt Builder instead. That way we can imp back. And we got another Crypt Builder. We could play it, we could self-mutilate. Let's self-mutilate. Dude, I hate these frickin' curse cards. They've messed up my entire system of draw. Because our deck is just full of them. Like, look at this. I mean, I'm adding in the self-mutilates but not killing these enemies. Maybe I should be focusing on them a little bit more. But right now we kind of have to focus on our top floor, unfortunately. Which I think means we have to Titan's Tooth. We're running a little bit low on good Frostbite cards, but the boss is still taking 200 damage a turn. Let's focus on ourselves, shall we? Even if this is the good one and it gets exhausted, you know what? It is what it is. We have plenty of health to work with. Might get hit a little bit. More than I would have wanted, even though it's just 1 hit, but still. You know what? Frenzied Swarm did get consumed. That's the problem. Chat is right. That is exactly what happened. As such, I think we should probably Impish Scholar. Didn't get the card I wanted, but that's fine, really. Oh my god, this is fucking... They're doing so much damage. And we're taking so much damage too. I hate to say we might lose, but I mean, it is a possibility. We're taking 14 damage on the first turn. These guys are not even affected by Frostbite. One of them is. So I'm like, okay, play self-mutilation. Man, these curse cards are killing me. He's dead in 1 turn. Here's the thing, the boss is not making it up there. The boss is toasted. All I need to do is make sure I don't brick it up. I need to make sure that the enemies die before they hit my heart any further, because they're being a big pain in the ass, aren't they? And I don't even want to play Impish Scholar right now, because if I don't draw a discard enabling card, then these guys are getting up there. I have to play Titan's Tooth right now. Like, I gotta kill him. And this one's not even dead. You'll get it, play the imp. We got 11 health, by the way. We are winning, by the way. So let's make sure we don't die. Don't draw more cards, please. It isn't random, the card you get back says Milk Jug. Hold up. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. So here's the thing. If you say it's not random, my response to that is, how was I supposed to know? Because it says literally random consumed spell to your hand. Because if I draw the hidden passage card, that doesn't help us. I have to get value out of a Titan's Tooth in order to keep the run going. If you can tell what card you're getting back, that's one thing. But the game does not imply that, and I haven't had the opportunity to really keep that in mind, to look at it, to test it. But oh my god, that was close. Whew. We have 9 health, but hey, that's enough. All we need is 1. Everyone you played, you got the previously played 1. That could just be luck. That could just be RNG. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying there's no way of knowing, and I want to try my best to live. Minor bosses have increased health. We got a whole bunch of gold cards. Pyrebound. Deal 90 damage to the front enemy unit. Pyrebound can only be played in the pyre room and the floor below it. Well, we kind of, on this run, we were always on the 3rd floor, so that kind of works. 50% chance to apply silence when an enemy unit enters your train. Situationally useful. Permafrost. Apply frozen to a card in hand. You get to choose the card. Wouldn't be good for the run that we just had because we were discarding every turn, but still good. Playing a spell deals 2 damage to a random unit on that floor. 2 damage is nothing. We didn't even level up the Hellhorned, unfortunately. But at least it was a victory. It was a very unusual victory. We almost died on it, but still, that was a lot of fun. Let me look at him too. The frickin' 40 Frostbite and the Frostbite build in general was really fun with the Stygian Guard here. I will admit it's kind of amusing that we managed to do that only having like 3 good minions, one of which was the champion. But hey, whatever works, works, right? Ha ha! We can even look at the run summary here. I'm very proud of the deck that we had. It was very, very small. The only reason why that last fight, by the way, was so dangerous was because of all the curses. There were the enemies that added the 5 damage curses to my hand every single turn when they lived. And then there was the fact that we started with like 3 or 4 of them in our deck to begin with. That really messed it up because it meant that I couldn't draw all of the good cards that I wanted to draw. And then in the end, I did mess up the consume. I consumed Frenzied Swarm when I shouldn't have, and as a result, I couldn't actually get it back and get the Titan's Tooth for free. But by then, we luckily had enough Frostbite that we were able to kill the boss. Still very risky, though. Very freaking risky indeed. But a good run. A good run nonetheless.